So, I want to talk a little bit about verses. There are some very intriguing natural enemies. For example, the Lawless, I kind of talked about it in my previous video, but I think they're like one of the most fascinating natural enemies we have gotten in the series so far. First off, they're human, and the whole time when I was just reading that they're human, I was so confused. I was like, how can humans be a natural enemy threatening the extinction of other humans? It just seemed ridiculous, especially when you consider how powerful the other natural enemies in this series are. But it just makes so much sense once you really think about it and you actually see a little more about it. It makes it almost the coolest natural enemy among all of these. It's the weakest one by far, however it has that cunning aspect of humans. The thing humans are able to do, like in this whole series, humans are weak and they are kind of dumb even compared to the artificial intelligence or even the neo-humans. The neo-humans all have like 300 IQ minimum. And then you have the AI that God knows how smart the AI is. The humans, despite all of the disadvantages they have, are literally able to still pit them against each other. I don't know if it's that resilient spirit humans have, but it kind of makes sense even throughout like the history of real humans. They outcompeted a lot of other hominids like the Neanderthals and many others. Even though it's said that some of these other species had larger brains than Homo sapiens. And then you have the Lawless, who are like, they represent the dark side of humanity almost. At least that's what they're painted as of this moment. But they're still pretty badass though. Like Gore, his design is insane. I really like his character a lot, and his intelligence as well. The way he was able to like calculate everything that he had no business knowing at all. And to think that this leader of theirs is even like on a higher tier than that is kind of mind-boggling. But yeah, no, they're kind of doing the same thing Hollow did. So they have that same cunning aspect of humanity, where they're able to just find a way to manipulate these other natural enemies that are literally orders of magnitude more intelligent. In this video, I'm going to talk about what are the possible like caps on intelligence and the difference in terms of ability or like computational ability between neo-humans and machines. The neo-humans have practically, like they have messed with their genetics. You know, it's actually almost pretty similar to the machines actually, because it's almost like biological code, if you could even say it like that. Intelligence, it's like we're biological computers. That's the difference. If you could hack us to a high enough degree, I feel like you could probably get human cells to do like all kinds of crazy computation and computing. And they also augment their natural bodies. Like they're not just like soft tissue. They have a lot of machines and stuff connected to them, the neo-humans it seems like. So they're probably not as limited by the speeds of the human nervous system as we are. So like there's a limit to how quick someone's reaction can be, a hard limit. And I feel as if maybe it might be possible. I don't know if like just because something is biological and it's organic, there is like a hard limit to what it can achieve in terms of like speeds of electrical signals. We're all made of atoms, just like machines are. So actually we might end up finding out that the new humans rival the machines in terms of intelligence. If anything, the cells are even like more finer machinery. The DNA is atomic and the code, it's like so fine and so compressed that you don't really easily get the same thing with a machine. But speaking of, isn't it interesting that our machines currently, some people say that, oh, there's no chance they would ever exceed human intelligence. I think it's pretty clear that it's coming with the next 2 to 3 years. It might even be this year. ChatGPT-o3 is like already better than most humans in like so many fields. Science, mathematics, coding. It's like superhuman. Well, not superhuman, but it's better than 99% of humans. And the way it can understand language and communicate, I literally feel like it's smarter than any animal on Earth. Because there's like a debate whether animals have consciousness, whether they are aware. Many can't recognize themselves in the mirror, and many like they have like a break in their consciousness. So obviously they suffer, which the machines probably don't at this point. But just in terms of pure intelligence, like the machines can accomplish and understand way more than any other animal except the human on Earth right now. And hey, we're an animal too, so you might say that it took like millions of years for our brains to evolve. So how would machines just do all of that within a few months or a few years and surpass an evolutionary thing that took millions of years to happen? But the thing about that is, evolution is basically blind. That is why many animals don't invest in intelligence, like super intelligence, just like humans did, and become the top of their food chain. And there's a bunch of mutations, and if something is really successful, it has a high chance of like persisting. Most animals are trying to be on top of the food chain, they're trying to survive. And what animal does it better than humans? So if it wasn't blind, then they would all just invest in intelligence. It's not like a conscious process, it just keeps doing things, it doesn't know what it's doing. Evolution, I mean. So there's nothing there that indicates that we've reached the apex of what's possible when it comes to intelligence. But the thing I'm really super curious about is, biological brain really reach the same kind of intelligent levels as machinery? I think one of the main limiting factors for humans is speed, really. Like the kind of AGI that actually thinks at light speed and thinks as smart as us or smarter than us, but at light speed, we're going to seem impossibly slow in terms of just how quickly we can communicate ideas to it and to each other. And we're almost going to seem like we're not even moving because of how slow we'll be. And this alone might be a reason why machines don't like us or whatever. I've heard Elon Musk make a claim like this. But apparently, if we could master the quantum realm, there's a possibility that quantum biology and quantum signaling could be implemented into the human brain if we fully and truly understood it. There's many who already claim that consciousness might be a quantum phenomenon. But also apparently it's possible. We know that there's some like entangled particles that are like instantaneous in terms of their speed. So perhaps if we could really master that and understand what it is. So if you could genetically engineer everyone to have 300 IQ basically, and the whole society is like that, you could make breakthroughs that would take us hundreds of years to reach, maybe thousands, within months. So they could master quantum mechanics. And it is known that some animals use like quantum stuff in their biology, like birds use like some quantum phenomena to navigate using the Earth's magnetic field. Using this method, it's possible to make the cells basically communicate instantaneously. And this would remove almost all of the drawbacks of being an organic brain. I guess you would still have the drawback of being like mushy and very easy to crush. But once you're really that smart, you could figure out a way to fix all of those problems. Like your mental capacity goes to such a ridiculous level that almost any problem you can think of, you can solve it. This would practically give humans a possibility and a chance to reach the level of the artificial intelligence. So do I think these new humans are on the level of the AI in terms of how smart they are? Well, I think it's unlikely. It would be very surprising to me if one had actually gone through all the research to find out what is possible biologically. I think he just assumed they just done like regular genetic engineering to make themselves like whatever is the maximum potential of organic brains. If you just do regular genetic engineering and you don't include like physics and other crazy things like that, then I think they're not going to be, in terms of just pure intelligence, on the level of the AI. But they also have like incentives and they have emotions and they have other, I don't know if they have emotions, but I feel like they have like certain aspects about them that are going to give them some kind of advantage in the fight with the AI. Because otherwise they would just be horribly outgunned in almost every way. So, quite interesting. Not to mention the AI does not lack firepower. Like think about it this way. What were we able to achieve with our limited intelligence? We got the atomic bomb. That is not the pinnacle of all destruction either. So, with more intelligence, who knows how far or like what kind of weapon someone can make. You could even break the fundamentals of reality, like open wormholes and do other crazy weird hacks, you know, with your crazy understanding of reality. But on the other hand, some other beings might also have this level of knowledge when it comes to reality. And the demons might have, like the strongest demons, they might have like some reality altering magic or some crazy stuff like that. And also, by the way, apparently it's possible that with the highest level of genetic engineering, you could also introduce some light-based communication for the cells and the neurons, instead of the chemical and electrical pulses they use now. And this is almost certainly possible because there's many like animals and fish that actually use light as a part of their biology. So it's possible that maybe like the new humans might have maxed out in terms of complexity. The human brain is said to be the most complex thing in the universe, so if they can really just max that out, it could even maybe beat outspeed. But I do think that the aliens also have both of the advantages of the near humans and the machines. They also have like the best view, they have like high ground on everybody, where they basically see the whole planet and everything that is going on the planet, whereas everything is like just in that. They're not really threatened by anything if they just stay up there basically. Most of these other natural enemies don't even know that space is a real thing. I guess with all that said, thanks for watching and drop a sub if you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one.